Hello, Bona. It's Sarsi. Welcome back to the school year. It's 2019. Everyone's finished with holiday or are coming back from holiday, and teachers are getting ready to go face the craziness of children once again. This week is all about you, teachers. I am here to give you some easy makeup tips and some easy hairstyles to keep you looking fresh and to help you feel put together throughout your day of working with crazy little monsters. I know how hard as a teacher it is to get up in the morning and make yourself feel good and look good even when you're dead tired from staying up grading papers or because the day before you had a child poop on you. I was a preschool teacher. That happened. So let's get into some tips that will make you feel fresh and keep you going all year long. So jumping right in with a super quick and easy makeup routine that you can do every day. You can take most of this stuff with you. I'll go through that at the end. And in fact, at the beginning, what I'm going to do is tell you what to do and then show you how quick it is to put it all together. Because it's great if I can do step by step, but that draws out the time and it can feel like it takes longer than it actually is. So what I've done is gone through a few routines myself and gotten some products that I think will work well for you. And if you can't find them or you know that this particular product doesn't work for you, use what you already have and then go from there. So first, what you're going to do in the morning when you wake up after you wash your face, everything, you moisturize, you want to prime. Priming your skin is going to keep your makeup there all day so that by the end you don't look like it's sliding off your face and you're going into the zombie apocalypse. So in order to prime, what I like to use is this tip that I got from another YouTuber. So this is not something that I discovered. I wish I discovered it because it's super affordable. But for moisturizing and priming all in one go is Nivea Men Post-Shave Balm. This is the sensitive one. There is zero alcohol in this, so it's not going to irritate your skin. It's not going to dry out your pores, because that's what alcohol usually does. So if you do have oily skin, then you want to tone or do something that keeps your skin before you put this on. So usually if you have a toner in your routine, use that first before you use this. So that's kind of a moisturizing and priming duo. Also, if you compare this baby skin pore eraser from Maybelline, which is fantastic, but it is about 100 rand. This is also 100 rand. Look at that difference. So, teacher salary. Go out and get yourself some of this. That's much better for your budget. Then you're going to move on to your foundation. And as I've mentioned before, I have been wearing this Estee Lauder, which is really great. This matte Fit Me is also awesome if you need to go find a foundation. Real quick tip, when you go out to look for a foundation, everyone always says to put it on your wrist. You're not wearing it on your wrist, you're wearing it on your face. Come here on your jawline and blend it in and see how it blends in. Sip. Stay hydrated. And then from there, you are going to set that in with some powder. Now, I have been using any kind of translucent powder like this will work great. This is Sephora, but I've actually been using Catrice so much that I ran out of it. So Catrice is a great one. This is Bare Minerals. This is a little bit of a tint. So this is actually what I use to touch up throughout the day. You can also use this. This is Fit Me. This is my friend's, and it's incredible. So foundation, set it with powder, then you go on to your blush. Do a little bit of blush. I have two here. You can do a loose one. These are actually both Bare Minerals today. I didn't plan on that. And this one is a compact blush. It's very little, which is handy. Next, after blush comes your eyeshadow. If you want to do eyeshadow, pick something small, a little palette that does not give you too many options where it's like choosing an outfit every day. These are three that I really like. This one's from Tarte. I've shown you this one before. This one, which is incredibly well loved, I think I've used this for so many brides that it's almost finished. But this is Smashbox's Blue Eyes. Small. This one's even smaller. Also Smashbox. And what I like about this is it's all matte colors. This is great if you struggle with eyes that look very tired. This is great if you struggle with bags under your eyes or you struggle with dark circles under your eyes. I'm going to do a specific tutorial based on covering tired eyes. So remember this, matte colors for you. Then, from your eyeshadow, if you're feeling so adventurous, move on to eyeliner. Go out and get yourself a good pencil liner. These ones are both felt tip. So you can see, it's got a felt little tip there. I like this the best because this is what comes most naturally to me. Maybe it's because I was a teacher. But start out with brown if you aren't used to it. Then move on to black. Don't start with black if you're not used to it. It's too easy to mess up. It's too easy to make your eyes close up rather than brighten up. So that's that. And then you move on to your mascara, of course. I have two kinds here. This one is Too Faced, and it's not waterproof, but it doesn't go anywhere. And this one is Clinique's. This is waterproof, but honestly, it's about the same amount of effort to take off. And finishing up, I'll give you some tips on brightening that you can keep in your purse. So here are some options. This is by Benefit. It's their Watts Up. I believe Edgar's carries this. It's a tiny little like cream stick. Super easy to apply. Essence. Pencil. I really like this one too. And then this is the loose powder of Tarte. So I've used this for everything. Setting spray. This one's by Essence. This is a makeup fixing spray. Keep It Perfect. I read that backwards. Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray by Essence. Super budget friendly. Go out and get yourself some Essence or Catrice. I love the Catrice one as well. Alright. Are you ready for this? Prime. I should have like the Jeopardy soundtrack in the background. Pat it in. It smells so fresh. I know some people are like, you're gonna smell like a man. You don't. It goes away so quickly. And I don't know. I like that smell. I think it's very refreshing. Foundation. Going in with this. I'm also going to be sharing with you this week some of my favorite teachers in my life, people that have really had an effect on my life as a whole and also just my teaching experience as a teacher myself. And I think at the end I'll have to give you some funny stories of my teaching experiences because I've got like a treasure trove of really great ones. Kids are hilarious. And you should know that all of these looks can kind of be tailored according to your taste, according to your skill levels, and also according to the ages you teach. So I'm not going to go in as a preschool teacher with a really dark lip because maybe for some kids that's a little bit intimidating. I'll wear something lighter like a nude shade. Foundation. Powder. I'm going to have a little timer in the corner or something. I'm going to have to learn how to do that graphic. Powder. Powder. Tap. So this one is actually a tinted one. This is the one by Bare Minerals. And you can use this as a foundation if you really don't mind like a very, very sheer foundation. I just found that if I set like a quick routine for myself in the beginning of the year, it made the rest of the year so much easier, because especially as a preschool teacher, you are saying good morning to the parents when the parents are dropping kids off, and you greet them at the end of the day when they pick their kids up. And what I did, like especially the first year of teaching, was moving on to blush. The first year of teaching, what I did was I would come with like a beautiful full face of makeup, introduce myself to parents, and feel really nice. And then winter would come, and I would have to get out of bed, and I don't want to, I don't feel like it. And then if I went to school with like zero makeup on suddenly, I'd be like, oh, are you doing this? Are you feeling okay? You don't look well. I'm like, thanks, that's my face. That's all that is. But it's true. It's like, if you have something like this set in place from the beginning of the year, and it's quick and it's easy, by winter time in June, July, you can really, almost do it in your sleep. There we go. If you want, you can take a tiny bit, like across the bridge of your nose. Just gives you a little bit of a glow. Moving on to our eyeshadow. I didn't mention earlier the primer. Grab a primer. Essence is great. Shoop, shoop. I'm just giving you some added sound effects. Pat it in with your finger. If you haven't checked out my super easy, breezy summer tutorial from the other day, that's also an option, because that's very quick and still keeps your face looking fresh. And then in the winter time, you just have to adjust like your concealer and give yourself maybe a bit of a bronze, add some life back into your face. So, primed. Going in for my favorite palette, this guy by Tarte, Tartelette Flirt. All these lovely little colors, all these lovely little colors. Get yourself a little brush that has two ends, and you don't need a whole lot of brushes. So, first off, starting in this corner with the lightest color, putting that right on top of the primer to lock it in, because that's the other thing that happens. Eyeshadow can move around on you through the day, and this helps keep it in place. These are also great tips for any moms out there who are watching. Maybe you're a mom and a teacher. Either way, good stuff. You can see I'm moving very quickly. I am used to this, especially it's my own eye shape, so I'm very quick. But really, I promise you, it's like learning anything else. Once you figure it out and you make it a routine, then it's going to only get quicker and quicker. And since you are more refreshed in January than you are when you come back to school, like in August after the winter holidays, or July, or whatever your school system is on, then you have that time now to get used to it. Sorry, I didn't show you. I'm going into these two colors and making my crease just a little bit darker. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm not making it a smoky eye. I'm not putting anything under here other than a bit of highlight to open up my eyes. Going in with some shimmer. And again, I'm mixing these two shimmers because sometimes I just can't decide. And with anything shimmer, you kind of want to like press it in. with like a little swoop. Then you can go into whatever kind of highlights you want to do. I'm going to do this What's Up one. What's up? Benefit, because it's so easy, you guys. You just take that little guy, bring him right in the corner, bring him up a little bit. Blend him in with your finger. You can pop a tiny bit up here if you have this space. And then we'll taking it just ever so slightly on your lower lid. See how that brightens up the corners of my eyes? I'm going to show you with the brown liner an easy way to start. So you don't have to do that full top eyeliner look and then worry that they're both exactly the same. Start, if you're looking straight, start almost on the edge of your iris. So give yourself just a tiny bit an edge. Try and blend it into the middle then from there. So if you start here, like that, and then just blend it into the middle so it doesn't look like a complete sudden start. Again, all muscle memory, so practice makes it. There, tiny wing. So you see, it's not making my eye too closed. It's not too obvious that it's just on the end. And then off to your mascara. I'm talking much more than I planned in between here. I really wanted to just, boom, show you how it goes. And then I think of something else to tell you. My lips are very dry right now. So I choose not to do any liner on the bottom because that tends to make my eyes look more closed and more tired. So that's most of it. And then you just choose your lip color and setting spray. So today, get yourself a longwear lip. Styla is my absolute favorite. Maybelline makes a really good one. If you have the extra moolah, go spring for a Styla. And then otherwise, start with Maybelline and see how you feel about it. Because if it sticks there, if it stays there, you can throw lip ice on, lip balm, whatever, and it won't go anywhere. I'm going to try this bright color. We'll see how we feel about it. Everyone has had that one teacher that has lipstick on their teeth all the time. And this will not do that to you. Don't be that teacher. I like it. Then, you're ready. Okay, so my teacher of today that I wanted to let you guys know about is Mrs. Dykstra. Mrs. Dykstra was my high school history teacher. She was my government class teacher, and she was amazing. She was one of those teachers that when you're younger, you're kind of intimidated of because you know she does not move. She doesn't budge. If there is one thing that she is, it is consistent. She had her own grading scale, which was tough. It was tough. But she was such an excellent teacher. Like, there's no way. Like, you would really have to fall asleep in her class to not learn anything at all. And her subjects weren't easy. I mean, she had to teach history, which American history is a mess. Let's not even joke about that. That's craziness. And I won't lie, our history books are pretty biased. So that's a whole other issue. But she was such a good teacher. And with government, learning how the government works, teaching us all of these things, she was just excellent. And then at the end of all of that, after we matriculated, she still invited all of us girls of our class over. We had a pool party. She got us all these cool little party packs of things that we would need as we like go out into the big world. And she was just amazing. And I had so much respect for her, and I still do. I think one of the best things I ever learned from her was something in a matter of, like, it just happened quickly in the class. Something was happening, there was, like, a lot of judgment flying around about something that had gone on in the world. And she said, yes, this thing was terrible. These people did bad things. But you have to remember that when you judge someone like that, that there is this sheer curtain of grace in front of you that is keeping you from doing the exact same thing. And I think that was so powerful because it's so easy for us to judge people and their actions. And not to say that you can't say, that is bad, don't do that. But don't put yourself up here and say, like, I would never do that. I'm so much better than this person. Because you never know. You just never know. So that's one really important thing I learned from her, was just not to make snap judgments about people and their actions. You can disagree with someone's actions, that's fine. You can disagree with someone's lifestyle, that's fine. But you don't have to judge them for it. So there's a difference there. And I think that's a big thing that we need to learn today with everything that goes on in the social media age, where judgments are made quickly and all the time, and there's like no forgiveness. There's no room for error, that we do need to remember. So think about that today, and think about, if you are judging others, why? Is it because you see something in them that you don't like in yourself, or what's happening there? So that's my teacher of the day. Thank you, Mrs. Dykstra, if you're out there. If you ever see this, thank you for being an amazing teacher. So have an awesome school year, you guys. I'm going to be back tomorrow with an easy hair tutorial for you. And now for all my other amazing teacher friends, go out there, make a difference in a kid's life, and have fun with the school year. So I appreciate you all, and thank you for watching today. Bye.